All right.
Joe Harris, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Jordan up front for the
Merry Christmas.
Meanwhile, an interesting
New Jersey Nets
Brad Stevens
versus
the Celtics going big once again.
Boston Celtics.
Tice and Tristan Thompson, the former NBA champ, Tatum, Brown in the backcourt with Marcus Smart as well. Boston beginning 1-0 after that thrilling victory at the end of the game against Milwaukee a few nights ago, and Kevin Durant looking very good in the 3 games he's played so far. 2 of them have been preseason games, but
here we go.
About him being efficient, being effective,
Jersey
and
Nets
doing it at both ends of the court.
Versus
it's the KD that
the
Brooklyn
Boston
thought they would be
Celtics.
getting even after waiting over 18 months. Another Christmas day here in Boston, and we are underway. Kyrie Irving, the former Celtic a couple of years ago, up court for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie out top with 10 on the shot clock, working against one of the best defenders in the league, Marcus Smart. Irving in the corner, staring down Tatum. Tough shot over his former teammate. And rebounded by Boston, so they get a stop.
Just remember how good Jason Tatum was on the defensive end of the floor a season ago. 5th in defensive field plus minus if you met a certain threshold of number of possessions guarded. He was brilliant defensively, Jason.
And his game continues to evolve. Just 22 years old. Gonna get another crack at it.
$4.
That one halfway down and out. Jaylen Brown couldn't get the tip. Talked about Tatum. Brown was 33 a couple of nights ago in that opener against Milwaukee.
Got a timeout already?
Quick timeout.
Wow.
Or the Crews.
We are the 4-2 Titans in Celtics lore. The passing of Tommy Heisen recently, and now Casey.
There it is. First point.
The 2 Hall of Famers, the number of titles between them, nothing short of remarkable. And it's funny, you know, remember he coached the Celtics to an NBA championship in the Larry Bird era, and I had to reach out to the Boston legend, Jack.
Where do you want to get the ball?
Because I remember Larry Bird feeling some kind of way when the switch was made between Bill Fitch and Casey Jones. Because Larry loved Bill Fitch, his teammates not so much. But there's a great story she told me about Casey. Tight game, big time moment. Larry said goes to the bench. Casey's coach. He says, Larry just says, "Give me the ball and get out of the way." And Casey says, "Sit down, Larry."
Man, you're getting outworked, DeAndre. You gotta box him out.
That's intelligence and touch by the great Casey Jones.
True champion, 12-time champ, Casey Jones.
Right.
Thoughts and prayers go out to him.
That guy can shoot. Jason.
Meanwhile, Brooklyn with a 5-2 lead. A little over 9 minutes to go. Dinwiddie back on the court after being shaken up a moment ago. Brown with a soft touch. Man, Doris, was he efficient in that game against Milwaukee? 33 in all.
Remember, the 2 preseason games were a real struggle. Kevin Durant cooking early here. And it was Jaylen Brown's offense that sustained the Celtics for stretches, kept him attached to Milwaukee. At one point, gave him a 17-point lead. You had so much pressure on Tatum and Brown without Kemba Walker.
Those 2 guys, the first pair of Celtics to score 30 or more as a combo opening night in entire franchise history, which, when you consider Boston, is quite an accomplishment.
Not his game.
Jordan with a nice block on Tristan
Not
Thompson.
his game.
And back comes Dinwiddie.
He's out of his element right there.
3-point lead early in the first quarter. Jordan
Woo!
and one over Thompson.
Oh, nice.
DeAndre going high and punching it home.
But you can see Thompson is pleading his case that this happened before. He thinks that one was the foul, but the whistle blew a little bit after that. He does reach out and grab him. But a nice on-target pass.
They're going to call it before.
Well, the foul was before.
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is, if the whistle came after, the first foul was that grab with the left hand.
Yes,
look at
first
Antonio.
time head coach there on the bench. He had a pre-existing relationship with Kyrie Irving that he was telling us about a little bit earlier. Kyrie might not have called bank, but He knows the rims here, but Nash said that about 6 years ago, when Kyrie Irving was in New York City and Nash was living there, the two of them got together a few times and had some good workouts, and Kyrie picked his brain about basketball, so it gave Nash a nice head start on the job here. Cross court to Marcus Smart, side pocket three.
Nice.
Pure.
One of the things
It's gonna be a good game.
preaching is efficiency. So Jaylen Brown snakes the screen, keeps a defender behind. Pretty play.
Irving with the miss from deep. Tatum with the board.
It's gonna be a good game.
Tatum up court. He's 22 years old. First time Eastern Conference All-Star
give him the business.
season ago. Smart inside for Jaylen Brown in traffic with a nice finish.
Tremendous pass. Defender had his back to Marcus Smart. He read it and puts it on the money.
Yep.
Kevin Durant with a mismatch against Marcus Smart, but don't tell Marcus Smart that's a mismatch, Doris. He's tough against bigs down on the block.
Jay Larranaga will tell you, one of the most selfless individuals, just right over the top. Spencer briefly had his head turned from Jaylen, standing target, because Jaylen has excellent hands and athleticism.
That foul is going to go against Smart, putting Durant on the foul line. Kevin Durant shooting around 86% from the line.
Where else can Bucks take flight?
Where else can a king wear 4th round?
The whole league that looks to take the flight.
Kevin Durant with 560 days between regular season games. Left his right Achilles tendon torn on the floor in Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. But back in full effect here with the Brooklyn Nets. T coming in the ball game for Tristan Thompson.
Pull up.
That elbow jump shot off the mark by Smart. And back comes Brooklyn. Dinwiddie with a pull-up three. That's a guy that had a great season last year, a career year. Teague with a quick crossover and draws the foul.
I think they're going to get Joe Harris sort of a trip foul.
That's going to go against Harris, his first. Side out of bounds, Tatum to inbound for the Boston Celtics. 48-24 a season ago, third in the Eastern Conference, of course, losing in the conference finals in the bubble to the Miami Heat. Tatum had Irving on his back looking for it. He's got a mismatch. Jaylen Brown taking out his do-it-yourself kit and couldn't catch.
Dinwiddie dribble the ball up court.
Dinwiddie said that it was a
Pass it over to Kyrie. Foul on the play. What's it called?
Last year, when he was really on a roll that gave him even more confidence
slow first quarter.
Unleash his talents, and led to a career season for Dinwiddie. Ended up averaging over 20 points a game.
And 7 assists.
Yep.
His driving skills are elite. And boy, with that third-line defensive player probably coming in his direction, he should have some opportunities.
Jason Tatum. Step back.
Defense by
He left
Durant.
Marcus Smart. Back to Tatum. Tatum not spin move. Fade away. Jump shot. Air ball. Oh, he saves
Brown
it.
had to throw it up at the end of the
Oh,
shot.
no good.
And we got a traveling violation called.
Well, about Kevin Durant, we talk about his reach when he goes to release the shot as unguardable. Well, watch him close the space and get the challenge on Jason Tatum.
Indeed.
Tremendous job defensively.
Doris, we were talking about MVP candidates at the top of before we came on air. And I'm shocked that he's not in the top three, even though he's in that next group. How many of these other three guys can guard like that are above him?
Well, I think, he might have been higher if he weren't coming off an Achilles tear.
Okay.
And Luka, I think, is the odds-on favorite for those betting folks out there. I like my money too much to bet, Mark Jones.
Throwing around nickels like manhole covers, huh? Marcus Smart throws into three from deep.
And there's Kemba Walker, appreciating it stylistically.
15 on the shot clock, past the midway point of the first quarter. Jared Allen inside,
Alright.
Doris, we saw that shot.
Guess I saw enough for the first quarter.
What do you think?
Kind of a slow quarter. Nobody's really getting off.
Without him, at least for the
Alright, guys. Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have enjoying your wonderful day with friends and
Well,
family.
obviously, the weight increases on the two wings that have been so special through their
see you
early
next time.
careers here.